Interesting. Tell me what's on your mind, baby girl. What is on your mind? You know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. Oh yeah. Testing. Testing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another short stream. Speak your mind. And we're going to be looking at some charts. And we're going to be sharing some thoughts and opinions about what's going on right now and what's about to happen next week in the markets. But I'm actually here currently on my Thinkorswim platform, and I'm trying to really study what Ichimoku clouds do and what they indicate and how it actually works. You know, I'm still trying to learn here and there, and trying to figure out these indicators and make myself become a better trader down the road. Ichimoku clouds, I know I've heard about that study for some time, but I've never really got a chance to use it. So yeah, I'm here just reading on it. A lot of terms that I really don't even understand. But it takes a lot of studying, and it takes a lot of practice and reading into these terms for these indicators. But I'm not going to use that because obviously I don't know what that's all about. So we're just going to keep it simple. We're going to, keep it nice and smooth, nice and clean. Because you really don't want a whole bunch of distortion in your charts. You don't want it to look like a mess. You want it to look as clean as possible, and to make sure that these indicators work well for you. And as long as you know how to read the simple moving average, the arrows, the deal. But yeah, it's been one crazy day, Thursday in the market, and it just seems like SPY is it's just in a range right now, and it just doesn't seem to want to let go. And what I mean let go is let go to the ground. Because I don't know, in my opinion, I'm just so bearish on the SPY, and I'm still, to this day, since I first mentioned about it, I'm still stuck. And my intuition on the double top that you see right here, and that I have circled, and those on that very resistance there on 460, and to me, I'm still going with my gut feeling and saying that this is what's going to happen. Like, let me just, of course, give you the disclaimer. Anything that I say here is just strictly my opinion, not financial advice. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your money. You are your own decision maker of your own money, your own assets, your positions, and what to do with them. I just only give, ideas, and it's for entertainment purposes only. But with that being said, I'm just here, just an average Joe, trying to learn as well, and to see what we can learn from these charts and what we can both come up with as for the conclusion, as we're actually headed into Friday right now. Happy Friday to everyone else that's currently joining in. I mean, I know it's not much, but hey, 3 people I see on this stream. I appreciate you, coming in and seeing what this is all about. I'm just a chill person, so that's how I roll. I keep it mellow, I keep it zen, wink wink. And yeah, so what we have going on here is pretty much something that day traders really like to see. They like to use this as a scalping opportunity. This is currently on the 4-hour chart here, 180-day time frame, and as you can see, it's been slowly creeping up. And the 8-day simple moving average, just keeping bouncing off the 50-day simple moving average. And yes, Zali Zen. Good morning, good afternoon. This is my mod queen over here. I appreciate you always supporting me, and I hope everything is well and that you're ready for a good Friday in the market. But I want to say, because she's always been with me since I started getting more into this. She knows the deal with the double top and what's going on with the SPY. There can't be any way that this could blow off. If this is the case, and if this is the narrative that they're trying to push, then will we actually see a break over 460 possibly tomorrow? Because we're pretty close to that hard resistance. We're actually there. And on top of that, we have for let me see, where did I see that? Was it here? Oh, here we go. Alright, so futures steady ahead of key jobs report. So on Friday, as investors look ahead to the highly anticipated monthly jobs report to gauge the state of the U.S. labor market and the future path of interest rates. So that's what's going on there. If I can actually find where I saw, I think it was the ES mini futures. Let me see. No, it wasn't here. Wait, if I go to the daily. No. Damn, I can't seem to find it. Where'd it go? Oh, I know. Actually, was it Crow? I think it was Crow. Yeah, here we go. Alright, so we have here data coming out at 8:30 in the morning, Friday, December 8th. Unemployment rate. Says the forecast in the previous was at 3.9. And then we have non-farm payrolls at 8:30 as well. The previous was 150. Forecast is set for it to be 180. And then you have the Michigan Consumer Sentiment I guess that means preliminary. I don't know. But you can see it right there too as well. So that's what's coming up for Friday. But I'm more tuned for the unemployment rate and non-farm payrolls. That's a big deal. And then for next week, the 12th and the 13th is FOMC. This is the big one. And I'm just like, what is Bow Bow gonna do? Is he really gonna hit us with the Bow Bow and start cutting the rates now? or is he going to pause it again? I don't know what the forecast is going to be, but we shall find out and see. But with that being said, I'd like to go back to the SPY and see that currently it is slightly above at 458.36 on the ask. So chances are, if this holds up in this range, we could possibly see that push up, unless the numbers for the unemployment and non-farms payroll comes out negative. That can actually cause the market to have a negative effect, and we can see a little sell-off, and perhaps retest the support around, maybe I'd say 454 in my opinion. And in terms of seeing this double top play out as the story continues to unfold, I know that eventually it's going to lead to next week and the possibility of the FOMC, the rates or whatever he decides to do, to give the market the pow and finally see SPY, in my opinion, start the rug pull. And I'm going to continue to preach that until it actually comes to fruition. Because there's no way I'm going to see this go to 500. No, please. It can't be. And you got so many articles out there preaching for 5,000 on the SPX. Nah. No. No way. But there's one thing I could show you, and this indicator that I found's a bit interesting. So this is called the DMI, Stochastic Extreme. So I'm going to see this is at the tip top over here. If this is the case, then we are actually above and ready to turn back around and head down. We just need that red arrow to pop up for tomorrow and see what it gives us. Excuse me. And then if we go load up we can load up the EMAs and the TTM squeeze indicators. Maybe we have a better idea to see what the MACD is telling us. For sure, for real. Okay. So what we're seeing here. Now I'm getting a better idea of what can actually happen. So this is actually spreading apart. 3 bars here going to the upside in momentum. This continues. There goes another signal for another push-up, and for that to actually give us that confirmation that 460 could be on its way. Then you have the TTM squeeze here, moving up in momentum. As you can see, the bright blue bars. I should change that color, but I'm gonna leave it for now. But if that also continues up to the next bar, next 4 hours, then yeah, that's what we're gonna see. And I want to just quickly check the other time frames here. We can go ahead and see the 15-minute. See what's happening here. Every time, I swear, Zoe, every time I go to the 15-minute, this chart is going crazy. It's unstable right now. So I would have to go to the 5-day instead and the 15-minute time frame. And it stops doing it. What's the scenario here? Okay, we got a low volume at the end. Then going into, let's say, oh, I can't even do this. Okay, I think this is better here. Zoom this in like that. Okay, if you can actually tell, I'm looking at this screen on my phone too to see if you can actually see it for yourself clearly. But here in the MACD, we have a little curl up there. Looks like a little bounce. So it has not confirmed a downside yet. So that's another indicator of us to have a possible push-up. But that can change within the next 4 hours. TTM is actually showing the opposite. It's showing some momentum to the downside. If we go to another study, though, let's see, we can do about this. Okay. Inertia. So DMI. What about this one? No, don't glitch on me, por favor. This is wild. Got so many things going on in this chart. And the thing is, I have this circle here, so I just gotta... How do I... I'll just remove it. That's fine. I forgot I got these waves here. So you can tell when the bands are expanding like that, that's pretty much the momentum saying that it's bearish. And then once you get here and it consolidates and find a bottom and it starts turning green, and like that means like we're holding. And then at this point, this is where like it gets stronger, starts widening. Let me bring this up like that. You look at the was that moving average exponentials or the MAs? Little golden cross right there. Big move to the upside. Right here finds a resistance, holds off, starts to sell off a bit. You see that red wave coming in and then back up again. So if this wave here, these bands start to tighten a little bit more, then this could change again. We can see a reversal, which is pretty cool, right? Yeah. Also here, the DMI oscillator. You can see right here, it's attempting to also do the same thing. Probably try to come back down. There goes a red arrow there. So when it's usually here up in these higher numbers, and that's an indicator to to do bearish things. Oh, which ones do you like? You like the bands that show the momentum? These over here? Because I think they're pretty cool. This is actually called FWMOBO. I don't know if you can actually find that. Let me see, edit studies. I think I have to edit studies like this. Find where's the thing? I'm gonna have to search it up here in this. Where did I get the? Okay, so the mobile basic. So this so it also stands for momentum breakout bands. MOBO. Studies suggest that all markets and stock prices have a period where they chop or have a noise level that is trendless. Using settings on adjusted standard deviation bands, in parentheses it says Bollinger Bands. So those are pretty much Bollinger Bands. Okay. The study has momentum breakouts above the bands for positive moves and momentum breakdowns for price breaks below the bands. And this works for all time periods and tick charts. Very nice, right? The FW SOAP is, which is the one that's down at the very bottom. This is served on a platter stochastic crossover counter, which is a study using a unique concept of putting two stochastic studies together. It removes the SD. I don't know what that stands for. I gotta look into that. The SD moving average of both studies in order to get two SK studies crossing each other. The second crossover above 50% indicates the served on a platter sell signal with arrows. Similarly, the second crossover below 50% indicates the SOAP buy signal, and this works for all time periods and tick charts. Let me know if you can actually find those exact indicators on your trading view. They should have it. I mean, we pretty much have even more customizable indicators on trading view than on thinkorswim. But I like this. So so what is your opinion based on this chart on the 15-minute? Do you possibly see more upside? Because in reality, all it takes is an event such as the data that's supposed to come out tomorrow, or actually technically today, because today's Friday, and it can completely change the trajectory of the stock, of the movement. And the 9-day moving average exponential could start to curl down and start its phase, going bearish. I mean, we pretty much have the arrow going on here. See if I zoom in on the served on a platter indicator here. We do have the arrow here. So I'm counting on that to actually, confirm and give me the answer I'm looking for. In the meantime, we're gonna go to the SQQQ, which is pretty much inverse, and see what that is actually doing. As you can tell, it goes inverse to the SPY. SPY goes up, SQQQ goes down, and yeah, you can see the flow. You can see the bands of how bearish the momentum was. All the moving average exponential, excuse me, just crossing each other and going below each other, below the 200. But now you can see it's actually found a bottom here. So it, this is uncertainty here. We just don't know. Honestly, we just don't know what could happen. But if this stays consolidated and we see a curl up, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is what I actually see. And I'm gonna circle it right now for you. I'm gonna circle it right now. So here, see, we had a little break, and we have a curl up here, attempting to do so, and also, mind you, even the MACD, we're still on a bullish trajectory here. All you gotta do is start to climb away from the supposed red line here, which is supposed to be what, like the 200, and continue to move up. Also, the DMI oscillator here as well, you can see we're having a bit of a curl up too. So you know what, this actually proves the confirmation. So I'm gonna go with this too as well. I'm gonna move that this is actually coming in more and more towards the upside, and that's where we're gonna get. So it's not bad. I feel like this actually does confirm it here too. On the served on the platter, I got the green arrow here. So now you see S34. I don't know what this means. I'm really gonna have to like take a day and to like dive deep into these indicators, because I actually like the way it looks. But yeah, this is a heavy green arrow right here. Easy read right there. So with that being said, I'll look into that for sure. If we look at the higher time frames for this, what do we got here? 23 back then. This was, wow, October 26th at $23. I forgot it was that high. Okay. The low, you see, it was at 15.35, but we managed to stay above that in a slow uptrend. Heavy green bands here, more than red. This here wants to stay below the 50 moving average exponential, but we're seeing that it's weak here. But the last thing you want to see is for this to turn into like a bear flag. We actually want to see if I can recall, what pattern is it? It's like it's kind of like resembling an evening star, or is the morning star pattern. I'm gonna go and see. Let's look it up together. So let's go to morning star pattern. Yes. Okay, that's definitely what it is. All right. So here, first candle, big red engulfing candle. Then the second candle opened gapped down, but it's green. Then the third candle opened gapped up, closed above 50% of first candle. Let's see. So that makes sense. But then again, this is actually red. If I change the studies, I think that will change the way the candles look. Yeah, there it goes. And they're exactly just that. So I'm gonna zoom this a lot more. Again, this is the 4-hour chart, so you can see a lot better now. Here we go. Oh no, I lost it. Okay. Still like that. So yeah, it kind of does resemble that right there, a morning star. Even though the candle is a little bit bigger here, sort of like a bullish hammer almost. But this will probably retest to $16 if we commence with that push up there. Alright, Zali says ADX on SQQQ also signals green uptrend on the 5-minute. Thank you for sharing that as always. BBG. And let's look at that 5-minute. We'll do the 15-day time frame. I'll go back to that study because I like that study. Actually, I'm going to stick with that study officially. I don't know, something with the bands that just looks so cool. All right. Yeah, we did get across here on the MACD. You can see it right over here. Just in case, I'll highlight it and circle it. Boom. And then you want the bars to continue up, climbing up. So that's good. Also, the DMI oscillator got a little breakout, so print green there. Need another bar to print green there too as well and follow up. The soap. Can you pass me the soap? Just don't drop it, por favor. And you see the signal right over here, the green arrow. Everything's crossing over perfectly right underneath it. I still have to try to find out what this is actually. I think this could be the RSI 2. I'm not too sure. I can actually try to look into it right now. And yeah, okay, so this is the RSI Wilder indicator. So the study parameters and the oh no, I can't read that. That's just a disclaimer. But I could view the details actually. No, wait. Of the indicator? No. Okay, this is the orange is the overbought. Neutral, oversold. Okay, so it acts like a RSI. So the arrow's marking the sell signals, and then of course the buy, which is the opposite. I really don't know these other ones, like the S5 times 3, S8 times 5. For example, this one is a stochastic indicator with K period of 8. This is like some mathematical type shish, you know, that you gotta learn when it comes to these indicators. But I wish I could be able to add it out, you know, and just remove these and just keep the lines instead. It should be a lot better to read. I want to go into like mathematical things. Like I'm so done with math. I just like to read numbers, like with money sign in front of it. Again, Zelly, thank you for the heads up on that. Looks like a little barcoding action there. Of course, it's usually common during after hours when there's not much volume. Let's go to your favorite time frame, the 1 minute chart, and see what's up there. Oh, it's looking a little crazy here. But I must admit, this is looking a little crazy. Nah, I don't like the 1 minute. Sorry. In my honest opinion, NFA, this could be a good opportunity actually for an entry. Because we have bounced here before. I want to say around this level right here. And then to try to retest this level right here. So you got what, like 1575 here. Bounced off. 16, retest that again. And then you got 1635, 1637, around that area right there. Yeah, it could be something good of an entry, some potential right there. If you want to take some swings, some haymakers, hit some bags and run with it. I'm gonna have to brainstorm on options for that. And that was on a 30-minute, by the way. Hourly. Yeah, hourly. It's just bottoming out. It's bottoming out. Zelly, any tickers you had in mind, perhaps? Perhaps, maybe a little GME. Maybe we can look at GME right now and see what's going on with that stock. As it actually went a little crazy today. I think we went above 10%, 10.24% on the day. Yeah. Let's start with a bigger time frame actually. We're gonna go to the 3-year weekly chart because I want to see where we at exactly. Historically, and I'm pretty sure the sentiment has increased ever since I read your mind. I'm here. So what do we got here? We finally got the cross on the MACD on the weekly chart. Look at that. Let's take a closer look here. Let's see. Can I drag this down? Yes, I can. Like that. Yep. Seems like this week had definitely made this move and crossed on the MACD for some more upside. A breakout, perhaps. The SOAP all headed towards that direction as well. Got a green arrow here. Yeah, look at that. Pounds. Boom, boom, boom. RSI 2 at 89. Overbought level is at 80. Remember that. Keep that in mind. But that's just a weekly. But I like this though. I like the fact that the MACD had just crossed on the weekly chart. And let's look at another. As a matter of fact, let's go look at the 4 hour. No, I'll just move down. I'll just move down. So the daily. So look at the daily. Don't get confused with all these green candles. I think it's just a indicator. The indicators here. It makes it look like that. But if you can tell, the bands, that momentum is just huge right now. Very bullish momentum. It's like a fat. It's expanding. You got the, what is this? Also, you got the 9-day moving average exponential bouncing right off the 50-day. The 21 coming right behind it. Let me just change this because the study, I need to look at the actual candles. Damn, Clover Finance is actually moving up. Just got a notification for that. Crypto is moving crazy. Like, first Ethereum was ripping, and now Solana. They're really pumping the crap out of crypto. And this bar here is huge. So we need to open above 1636, try to break 1650 and make our way to 17. That is the projected path for tomorrow. I would love it more if we can actually retest here at this area. The 200-day moving average exponential is reading this at 1880. So that could be a potential level to watch. Let's look down at the 4 hour. So check this out. So even on the 4 hour, we have a little cross here that is attempting to do. Circle this right now. I'm really crossing my fingers here because this definitely has a lot of potential to do its thing. RSI is a little bit, it's still in the overbought territory, but then again, when does the RSI ever play out when it comes to these types of plays? I don't think so, right? let me go back to the default here. The soap. Green arrow. Gave that confirmation for the push-up. Oh, perfect. Now I can be able to explain a scenario that I've been thinking about, and here is the best example that I can give right now, and it's a certain candlestick pattern that I'm sure you probably are aware of. Right here. Hold on. Okay, I need to get this pan back over here. Now, if, let's say, because this actually gives another great example of what we can see, and you know what? Great thing, because right here, what do we see? A bullish hammer. A bullish hammer candle, and that's a good thing, in my opinion, of course. Everything crossing over, everything bouncing off the 50, the 200, that checks out. Red arrow there. Sentiment climbing up. MACD about to cross. Alright, I like this. Alright, so here's an example right now. So if, let's say, these... Okay, so if this candle starts to continue to the upside and pushes up to this area, now we have what's called a 3 white man pattern. Why do they call it a 3 white? I don't know, but let's just hear and check it out. No, it's it's called the 3 white soldiers. Why do they call it 3 white men? What the hell? Oh, Jesus. Wait, hold on. The 3 inside up? Whoa, pause. Wait a minute. Okay, here we go. Sorry, I'm getting a little thirsty, actually. So I take a drink of water. Let me just look here for reference at these other charts. Maybe we can spot something similar. Let's check this one. Alright, so 3 white soldiers is a Japanese candlestick pattern that consists of 3 green candles showing bullish breakout. The 3 white soldiers pattern consists of 3 green candles, each of which opens and closes progressively higher than the last. And the pattern can be taken as an entry or exit signal depending on how you use it. NFA. Okay, so right here, I cannot zoom in on that, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to go back. And then, how do I do this? I'll just go here. So this is what we need to see. So obviously this candle opens higher, it breaks above this wick, top the last 4-hour candle here, above that wick, and head to this area. So we pretty much have the same sized candle as the other two, and in resemblance to the 3 white soldiers pattern, and that is a bullish indicator. So I'm counting on that to be the case. So that's that, and that area again is around the $17, 17 or 17.30 range, around there. could say around there. That's seems like a good. Yeah, look at that. It's actually been in this range for a while. 1, 2, breakout. Very promising. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so here's something interesting. You see these dots here? These dots, like a turquoise color. Just let me know if you can see that. If I can actually highlight that, it's a intraday. It's an intraday flag formation. So what that is if it shows that there's like a bull flag forming, like it will actually create these turquoise colored dots. I mean, you can change it to any other color, but I keep it this way. And it shows you, it's like, boom, yeah, we got a bull flag. Here's the breakout. And it goes up and then consolidates, and boom, we got another bull flag. Now we're waiting for that breakout to happen again. And that's like the confirmation right there for that indicator, which is pretty cool. Alright, this is a 15-minute chart again. So we got this crossover, golden cross. God dang. Yeah. Right here, it's popping. It's like climbing back up. So that's cool. That's good to see. This is good to see too as well. The yellow crossing over the red and moving up. We like to see that. It's not as overbought. So we can tell that that's also confirmation. Only thing I'm just a little, like a little iffy. But I'm sure eventually this could climb right over. And also the bars are dark red, so that's actually good because you want to see that instead, and then for that to climb to the upside and then confirm everything else, and then we can see a breakout. Not financial advice. So just keep that in mind. Hopefully you took some notes on that, and eventually we cross our fingers and see if this actually plays out later on during the market hours. Let's see, I want to go through a few others, and then I'm going to call it a night because it's about to be 1 o'clock soon. Let's go ahead, because I've been looking at GTII for a while. All I can tell you is that there's been rarely any volume whatsoever, but for some reason it's been holding on for such a long time. It's been I just saw that comment. Yeah, of course, not financial advice. Yeah, a light green candle. Light green arrow there. So somehow it's still fighting. It's got a lot of fight in it. And GTI I've gone over in the past, especially last year, with everything that's been happening. Like, this is one of the most anticipated stocks. Like, everyone's like expecting to see some crazy happen. I'm still waiting for it, honestly. But the fact of the matter is that it has reached 52-week lows, or just about. We got here 45 cents. We got here 46 cents. So we were just a cent away from hitting those lows again. We look at the daily chart right over here. You see that all the way in the past, this was a 2-cent stock. 2 cents. So you can imagine holding this stock since January, the end of January. Yeah, sort of like the same, same time where the whole GME AMC debacle happened. GTII was around, and it's also have seen. Damn. It has also seen a breakout, just like AMC and GME did around that same time frame. You can see it was 2 cents before, and it had reached a price of $4.55. So it's like it did a little squeeze of its own, sold off, eventually stayed in this range for some time, from 50 cents to like $1.40, $1.50, and then $2, and then went back down to 43 cents. So you notice like it's been liking that area so much, like throughout this course, this history of the stock. See here too as well. Look at that. Got 43 there. Here you got on this bar, you got 45 cents. And now we're back to almost where we started. Unbelievable, huh? Back to square one to begin the cycle once again. And the question is, will it actually happen sooner than later and come back from these lows and rip like a monster? Look at that. 40 something cents and change, all the way to last year's little mini monster squeeze to almost $9. What a time to be alive right at that moment, wishing you could get in and score on such a play like this. It's crazy. Look at the volume when this happened. Massive. Talking about volume that reached almost 10 million in volume, when back then, when it was all quiet, we would see something less than 300,000, 100,000, 50,000 in volume. The volume surprisingly, the volume for these past couple of weeks have been pretty much less. We even had a day that, it traded only 83,000 in volume, compared to November 2nd, we had a volume of 1,380,000. But anyways, the point is, it's at those levels again. You can imagine of what the scenario would be and how to take advantage of such case as this. So this is something that I am actually really interested in watching for the next couple of weeks. Let's see the MACD on here. Even the MACD is actually, it's decent. I wouldn't say it's anything crazy, but it's just been constantly red for such a long time. So I don't know. I wish I knew if people were actually taking advantage and buying the dip. Not saying that I'm saying to do it. I mean, for you guys to do it, but I'm just stating, a fact here. And maybe it's because a lot of people have been focused on other stocks too as well, such as GME and whatever's going on with the markets, and people taking advantage of big cap stocks. And quite frankly, to be honest, there's been investors in GTII that's gotten tired of waiting, and they just moved on. This is pretty much like the same situation like AMC and how that happened. And it pretty much had the same time frame. For people who thought and and had that conviction that this stock was gonna do something crazy and magical, magnificent. But that doesn't mean that it can never happen, because anything is possible as long as you know what you're doing and how you can profit from such a play like this. But yeah, I am definitely surprised that nobody is actually theoretically buying the dip. It's back at those levels. It's tested those levels time and time again, even before and after the big run that it had. So why not? And then same goes for Finger. Same scenario, and it's had quite the same trajectory as GTII around the same time. We had 62 cents, and this was almost at a high of $10. It was a big run. But now what it's showing me here is there's a little bit of looks like it's holding up a bit at these levels. Let me check another study here. TTM squeeze. What do we have? Okay, that gives me a better idea. Okay, so low volume. It's been pretty much low throughout these past 2 weeks. Or actually, that's past couple of weeks. TTM squeeze is slowly starting to turn up. See the yellow bars here at the bottom climbing up in bullish momentum, which that's supposed to state, which that's supposed to tell us. MACD in the bottom. It's tricky for me, but it has been in this range for a long time. We're talking about a couple of months, literally, from like almost $4 to like 7, almost $8 back down, back to 3.84. So that's like the new range here, and this is pretty much like the bottom. So could we actually bounce back from here? That's possible. So that's another one to keep track of. What else do we have going on? I think it's almost time. Got a few more minutes till it's 1 o'clock. What is the SPY doing right now? Let's see. I think that's it pretty much. There's not much going on. And I'm starting to sound a little groggy. But actually, before I go, oil is actually 1.31% up. Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. Let's check the 5-minute on this, because eventually I would have thought, because they were given a bearish scenario on how oil was gonna drop even more, but newsflash, it's bouncing back up. It's almost at $70.50 per barrel. You know what that means, Zully? It's time to pump those tanks and see some price increases. Yeah, I like this. We're pretty much at over the resistance here, breaking out, and then we got a gap to fill up to as well. $71. I know I would love to BBG for real. Like, I would be less tired, a little bit more hype, and just chill, have some talks, spread some opinions, and see like what's going on, see what we can find. 3 hours ago, U.S. oil may bounce into $71.14 to the $72.21 range, which is actually what is doing currently. We're retesting 71. See a couple of articles putting out bearish, articles on crude. Crude futures settle lower. Oil rises unlikely technical related buying. Oil heads for a sharp weekly drop. Oil heads for 7th weekly loss as supply surplus. Weak China demand weigh on market. So Brent, WTI on track to fall about 5% for the week. Yeah, okay, sure. Chinese crude oil imports fell 9% in November, and U.S. crude output holds above 13 million. What was that barrel per drum? Okay. So the Brent. Show me the Brent. The Brent is actually up 1.77%. Where's the chart? Show me the chart. This is the daily, okay. The 5-minute. Wow. That's good. That's hella good. This will test over 75.50. Nice. Alright, so I guess that is it for this late night stream. I'm leaving it with that. And good talks. Good observations with the charts. We'll see what happens at 8:30 in the morning with unemployment, non-farm payrolls, all that data. You know the deal. So, 1 o'clock right now in the morning. I'm heading to sleep. Thank you for joining. For those who tuned in, appreciate the view. Appreciate you stopping by, seeing what I'm all about. If you want to chill next time, let me know. Come through, say what's up, and just share your opinions. Share tickers. You could share some tickers together and figure out what's good in the market. So, that being said, this is Land of Full Trades, wishing you a good Friday. Wherever you are, have a blessed day. I'm out. I'm a knockout right now. I will, Sally. Thank you. Thank you for always joining me, as always. Appreciate you. Much love. Mucho, mucho love. And see you next time. Going to sleep. I'm going to sleep and think about money. Alright, I'm out. I'm delirious. Take care, y'all. Peace.